Hey everyone, Edna here. We are just hanging out in my bed. Look at my sweet fairy lights, twinkle lights. I just wanted to take a minute and not talk about RV maintenance or how to do things. Not share my woes on the trailer, but I did want to talk about some of the experiences I've been having the last couple of weeks as a single woman RVer. So first of all, I have been receiving so many well wishes and congratulatory messages and just amazing, uplifting, even memes and just sweet little messages, text messages or pictures coming my way. So many from so many different corners. And I really appreciate all of those messages coming in and how the community can uplift each other. It's so valuable. So every little thing that you do, every compliment you give, every little text or picture that you send to anyone, I think it is making a bigger impact than you realize. So please keep doing that. And the reason that I say that is because in the last couple of weeks, I have experienced so much, maybe not negativity, but judgment from men. And it's been an interesting situation. I mean, in just the last couple of weeks, I have had so many experiences. And one, for example, was when I adjusted my cable slides. It was one of the first maintenance items that I did on the trailer by myself, and I did share about that. And one of the comments was from a man saying, well, it must not have been that hard for you to do it because you don't have a man around. It must not have been too hard since you did it on your own. So it's so derogatory. Like, women can do hard things. We are strong and capable. And I ran into a pole last week. Like, I'm not an infallible human just because I'm a female, but I ran into the pole, and there was a really thoughtful, nice gentleman that offered to help. And we said, no, we got it. We're under control here, but thank you. He then continued to offer his help and proceeded to explain to me why he was so capable and qualified of helping or to help, because he was a heavy machinery operator for 20 years. We didn't have any heavy machinery. I'm not really sure why that qualified him to help me after I said no, thank you. But he seemed to think that it allowed him audience to my situation and what I was doing. So then the whole half hour or whatever it took me to get out of the predicament I was in, he tried to interject himself and offer, all these pointers about things to do after I'd said no. And then just today, I was at Walmart. I needed to pick up a gallon of oil to have, to carry with us because we're getting ready to hit the road again. And I was in the oil aisle, and there were two grown men. These are not teenagers that we're talking about. Like, these are grown men who were speaking so disgustingly and derogatorily about another woman, but just out loud in the middle of Walmart. They were not ashamed to be saying the things they were saying, and it was not appropriate. And my kids were not with me, thank goodness, but other people don't want to hear that. It was so inappropriate. And anyway, my oil was on the top shelf, and I reached up to get it, and the one guy rushed over to assist me, but I did not need assistance. I didn't ask for assistance, and it's not even that he wanted to assist. I'm not above accepting help, but it's just the way that he went about it. And then there was commentary from him about, where was my man? Why am I walking around the automotive section of Walmart by myself? Do I even know what I need? Do I understand what this is, what this product is, what it does? Do I have the right product for my truck? Are you sure? It was so interesting. And then after questioning my ability to know my own vehicle and to know my shopping list and to know what I wanted, he then asked if he could put in an application to be my man. It was just so shocking. I don't he asked me if he could put in an application to be my man after degrading me. I just don't even know what is going on right now, but and I know this isn't entirely RV related or travel related or education related in any capacity, but it is kind of the world that we live in right now. And women in male dominated fields, and I understand I'm not an astronaut or a lawyer or anything, but women in male dominated fields have been putting up with this for so long. And I don't know. I guess I just needed to talk it out. So what are we saying, women? Like, what is the response? What is the clapback when the comments are so degrading, when they allude to the idea that we cannot do things? I didn't know what to say. I'm like, no, I don't, like, no, thank you. And I think I even thanked him. Like, I even had the propriety to say, no, thank you. Like, and what I really should have said was F you, right? Like, or get out of my face, or so, I don't know. Like, what are the words? What is the language? What is the script that we're using to claim our power, to take up space, and to get rid of these disgusting human beings out of our existence that think that they can not only treat us that way, but speak so brazenly? I mean, my goodness, it was ridiculous. So, I don't know. I just needed to talk it out. Being a woman in any male dominated field is hard. This is just, obviously, I get to speak to my experience. And RVing, full-time RVing is not inherently a male dominated field. I feel like nowadays there's a lot of families on the road. And there's so many women out there doing it. And I've met some of them, and they're incredible people. But I do feel like even sometimes the families that are on the road, there are certainly male oriented roles. And I see a lot of females, or, the stay at home moms or the homeschooling moms, doing so many of the things that I did when I had a partner. And maybe even not knowing how to do certain things. And I really want to take a moment to encourage you, if you are in a family situation, like, encourage you to claim the power of knowledge. Learn how to do it. Learn how to dump your tank. Learn how to back your trailer. Learn how to, I don't know, change your water pump. Like, learn these things. Learn how is your propane connected. Learn these things. What kind of oil, what kind of truck, what kind of tools do you need to do the basic maintenance on your life? This is your home. And I know it's so easy to fall into gender specific roles, whether they're traditional or not, but just to be like, this is what I do and this is what my partner does. And it's not anybody's fault. Like, these things naturally, you fall into a rhythm, and that is what I did too. But knowing how to do this stuff is power. It's power in this society that we have today. And I just think that right now, especially, women need to be claiming our power. And a close friend of mine recently was talking about the term take up space. Take up space. Be louder, be bigger. Like, we don't need to be meek, and we don't need to be weak, and we don't need to sit down quietly in a corner and be told what to do. Like, no, be bigger. You are the universe in action. Act like it. Act accordingly. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to say that stuff. And yes, it's been very hard. It's been very hard for me to learn all of these things. I didn't know. I didn't know about my truck before. Even though it was my truck, it was a joint owned truck, it was a family truck. I didn't know the oil that went in it. I should have known. I would have liked to have known, but I didn't know. So it's been a long couple of months, a long journey of learning and education. Always #always learning, right? And it's not over. I don't know all the things that there is to know, right? Every time there's an issue or a problem, I'm going to learn something new. And that's the beauty of life and being a lifelong learner. But don't ever let being a feminine entity derail you or be an obstacle for you. And don't let anybody else tell you that it is. And don't let anybody else create it as an obstacle. It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous. So, if this speaks to you, or if you have experiences that are similar, maybe you could drop me a comment and give me the script, give me the language. Like, what are we saying to protect ourselves? What are we saying to control our power? When somebody comes up to you and says, "Where's your man? You can't possibly be handling this on your own." What is the response? Like, what can we collectively say that might make a difference here? Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my feminist rant. I know this is a little different kind of content for me, but it just felt so important. So thanks for being here. And I'll catch you guys later.